Good morning from Columbus, Ohio. It's a gloomy morning. I'm MTN Sports Grace Lawrence here outside the Schottenstein Center. And later today, the Montana State women will be playing in the first round of March Madness against Ohio State. The 13 seed versus the 5 seed. The Buckeyes have home court advantage, undefeated on their home court this season, which is going to be a challenge for Montana State. But the Bobcats, the first 30-win team, not just in program history, but in conference history. And the backbones of these student athletes, what keeps them going day in and day out, is their family, and some made the trip to Columbus to watch their daughters play. And a pair of parents who have been around Montana State the past 5 years are Katelynn Martins, a graduate student guard from New Mexico who decided she would use her final year of eligibility this past off season. After seeing the community gather around her following a tough injury during a Catgirls game last season, she knew she had to come back for one more year.
It's kind of cool how God works because that night she was just kind of, overwhelmed by all the support that she saw in the stands. The person that yelled out, "We love you, KJ," "We love you, Katen." She really, the next day, immediately, she's like, "I'm coming back. I'm coming back. How can I leave this group? I'm coming back." And so, thankfully she did. And if she wouldn't have, she'd have passed up all this.
This season, the Cats are outright regular season and conference tournament champions, the first 30-win team in Big Sky history, one that ranks first nationally in steals per game. The accolades go on for just how special this season is for the Cats. And for Martin, known as KJ by family and friends, it's all about having them along for the ride.
Our family's our biggest support. You can tell each one of the girls, they rely really hard on their families, and the support that our families give us is just incredible, and we wouldn't be able to be here without them.
KJ has been around the game since the moment she and her parents could remember, and a recollection of her as a child around the game translates to just how much of a leader she is on the court to this day.
When she was probably third or fourth grade, I was coaching, and she came into the locker room at halftime and she said to me, "Mama, they're running a zone. We need to move the ball back and forth. We need to beat that zone because that's all they're running against us." And I kind of quietly, "Shh, KJ." I just kind of pushed her behind me, and my eighth graders were not very happy with her, but she knew. She was a coach right then and there. She knew.
The reason she landed on Montana State 6 years ago, not just because of her talent, but because of her mindset and the coach's vision.
You're going to find a coach that loves defense. I said, and when you do, that's the coach you want to play for. I said, you don't have to be better than everybody else. You don't have to have any quickness. You just have to have more heart than everybody else. That's what a good defender is. Somebody that has more heart than everybody else. And so she found that coach. Coach Ben, Coach Sonny, love defense.
Also, Sunny had said something that no other recruiter ever said. She said, "We really want to raise your daughter from a young adult to a woman," and
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah. It was
No
one
other
less
coach
person.
said that. Other coaches stats, other coaches work ethic, other coaches championship. But Sunny said it. We just want her to become not just a young lady, but to be a grown, well-rounded, solid woman.
When reflecting on signing day to now her second appearance in March Madness and a final run, it's been full circle. A kid from Silver City, New Mexico gets to shine on the biggest stage in her last collegiate season.
I think that's the thing that makes us,
Proud of her.
yeah, because it's the naysayers, and everyone has those in our lives, and her just overcoming that. And that is awesome because we know win or lose tomorrow, she's still a champion. The whole team, the coaches.
Every single one of them.
From the Brick to Boise to Columbus to everywhere in between, these parents have sacrificed so much for their student athletes, and their anxiety and emotions will definitely be high later today. 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time, the Montana State women will be tipping off against Ohio State on ESPN2. Reporting in Columbus for MTN Sports, I'm Grace Lawrence.